What is good, everyone? Welcome to the NBA Generalist YouTube channel. I'm Leo, and today I thought, for my first video, I would do a topic that I've been kind of like dipping my toe into, which is the draft. And if you follow me over on Twitter, you'll see that I actually started to get like pretty significantly into it this year, especially. So I thought, like, I might as well do like again, sorry if you can hear the fan in the back, just ignore it. It's hot in Australia, alright? It's 11 o'clock and I can guarantee you it is probably still 20-30 degrees. It's 26 degrees right now where I'm at. So if you can hear a little bit of fan in the back, just ignore it. But yeah, so I thought for the first video I would do a mock draft. I originally did a video and it was an entire hour long. I did an entire mock draft that was originally going to be this video, and I got to about pick 17 or 18, and I looked at the timer and I was like, it's been 45 minutes. So I kind of rushed through. So I think I'm going to go a little bit quicker today and not talk about so much. Because that was kind of bad. But obviously I think closer to the draft I'm going to do longer versions to really kind of give the same detail and attention. But I feel like this one, let's not do it too long. Let's not talk for too much. Let's get into it. I did the default NBA standings. The last one I did a spin, but like you can create some fun situations, but let's just draft on just the default standings right now. So the number one pick, the Sacramento Kings select. This is the big debate, right? The big three. Dibanza doesn't really matter. Boozer and Peterson. I think if you're the Kings, you need basically whatever, because you have nothing. Like they're just gonna, if they take any of these top three, I think Kings fans will be happy. The big three in this draft has switched around a lot for me. I was a Peterson guy for a long time, and I don't really care about this mentality and does he even want to play basketball and all this. That doesn't really weigh on my mind. Is he a good basketball player? Absolutely. Is it a concern? Absolutely. But I watched the last game. I don't remember who it was against, sorry. But like his defense is just so, I love how I'm talking about Peterson, but I'm about to take someone completely different. I think the Kings, probably if they're number one, they're going to take Cam Boozer. I mean, this guy is just like, I've seen someone call him the Terminator. He's just like, you won't really notice anything, and then he's got like 18, 10 and 4, and it's like, oh wow, he's actually really been dominating this game. He's great defensively. There's an outside shot there. Let's go look at, wow, that just blinded me so bad. Wow, there's been 4 Cam Boozers. Wow, or 3 Cam Boozers, I can't count. He shoots the ball well. He's just a freak. He's 6'9". He's gonna be a great NBA player. And I think out of the big three, big four, whatever you want to call it, he's easily gonna be like the one who's gonna go to the NBA straight away and just be good. Like, I think he could average like 18, 10 and 4 next season and be rookie of the year easily. And I think they just get like something that's so solid and so I don't want to say fundamental, because I think he has so much game. I think people who don't like him are just trying to like, and they want something flashy, and sometimes you don't need flashy, you just need someone who's just a good basketball player. And the Kings franchise, who doesn't have a lot of good basketball players outside of maybe Nick Clifford and Russell Westbrook, but Russell Westbrook's 40, so Cam Boozer at 1, easiest pick for me. And number 2, I'm gonna have, I don't really even think, I think it's just easily Peterson. Like, him next to Hallie would just be like, there might be a little tear rolling down my eye right now just at the thought of it, because off ball, Peterson's probably the best shooter in this. Wow, I keep getting blinded by this. Darren Peterson, probably one of the best shooters in the draft. 38%, takes so many shots. He's had some rough games, but this game against Arizona State, like, they battled back in this game. Like, they were down a lot. And defensively, I think he's definitely not a slouch. He's got great instincts. He's got great on-ball defense. He's also got great, like, I think I just said it, instincts with his hands. And I think that's such a translatable skill. And just him next, I think he just immediately would basically, I don't know if Rick Carlisle would start him, but I mean, essentially, he's going to be a starter by some way during the season. And I think that team is just scary. And I think, honestly, that team goes like last. They're right back at the top of power rankings for me. They're right back at the top, even though they weren't at the top of, I think, anyone's power rankings when they went into. Sorry, there was a random button. If anyone could see that, I don't know. They weren't even at the top when they went to the finals, but I think they would be at the top if they get Darren Peterson. And number 3, we've got the Brooklyn Nets, and you take AJ Devonta. I don't even need to say anything. This guy is a freak. Defensively, good. If you're giving me 4 and basically 7 on, I want to see a shooting splits. Sorry if it's Dibansa. I'm just going to call it Dibansa. AJ Devonta. Let's do that. 52, 35, and basically 76. Like you guys know all the stuff about the top 3. I don't even want to talk about the top 3 because everyone knows they're the top 3. Brooklyn, they just got every single guard last year. I love Nolan Traore. I love Jaeger Demon. Danny Wolf and Ben Sarath are more, I think, longer term guys. Danny Wolf's shown you something though this year, so I think you get AJ Devonta and it's like, wow, that core is like really nice. I really like Drake Powell, probably more than most. I like him going into next season. At 4 with the Wizards, usually when I spin and I do the lottery kind of chooser lottery simulation thing that they have on Fanspo, shout out Fanspo. The Wizards usually get 5, and so for a long time, or 5 or 6. So the longest time, I usually have them taking Michael Brown, Keaton Wagler, these guys. This is the first time I've had them probably this high in a mock draft. I've done about 3 or 4 mock drafts, I think now. I'm just gonna pull up my last one. I've done about 3 or 4 of them, and basically all of them I have. Yeah, this last one I had them taking Keaton Wagler at 5. Now, I don't think I don't think Anthony Davis, Alex Sarr, all these guys stop you from taking Caleb Wilson. So he's obviously going to be picked for me. Probably, if I had a list of my top 5 players from this draft, Caleb Wilson will be in there. He's such a fun. He literally just broke his thumb, which is so unfortunate. And he's out for the season, which means we won't get to see him play. But there's a shot developing there, 100 million %. The 3-point shot, I think there's a shot there. I'm not going to rule it out. I think there's something there, especially 71% free throw shooter is. So if you ever see, if people who don't know, if you ever see like a prospect who has a low 3-point rating but is taking a low 3-point percentage but is taking 3-pointers, if you want kind of like how he might translate to the next level, look at his free throw percentage, because that means you would look at his free throw percentage, you would look at his actual form of his jump shot. Someone like Koa Pete, if you've ever watched Koa Pete shoot the shot, he kind of like brings it up in front of him and pushes it. Caleb Wilson, like one of these games he was taking, was it maybe against Duke, he was taking like fadeaway middies contested from like the far baseline, and it was like, what the hell? And I think he did it like 2 or 3 times, and I was just like, what? I think there's a shooter there. I think it's going to take a little bit. He's definitely a developmental shooter, but like a Caleb Wilson, Alex Sarr, he also likes to get, I think Alex Sarr likes to kind of not be as physical defensively, whereas Caleb Wilson, bro, this guy wants to get physical, all right? Like, that's an exciting front court for the next 10 years, because I mean, 80s, he's going to be good next season, the season after probably. You're not expecting much out of him after that, and then you get Caleb Wilson and Alex Sarr as your future. Like, that is exciting. And that's a big front court too, and both of them big and very versatile, so that's exciting. Utah at 5. If Utah got the 5th pick, I feel like I feel like this is one of the hardest situations you want to draft into, because, excuse me, you've got Ace Bailey, who probably plays the 2 next season. I think they want to go Keontae George, Ace Bailey, Lowry, Triple J, and then Walker Kessler if they retain him, obviously. So I think I want to get them size and shooting, so that if Ace Bailey is kind of maybe out of the line, I don't want to say out of the lineup, but like, I don't think they take a Kingston. Maybe you do take a Kingston Fleming, who's more of a paint touch defensive guard who has a good jump shot, but is more of like he's a good jump shooter, but he doesn't want to take as many jump shooters as the other guys. So I got like really close to the mic there. I apologize. I think we're going to go Keaton Wagler. He's not as athletic, but you have Ace Bailey, who's like, can jump out the gym. So like, I don't think you worry. He's probably one of the best shooters in the entire draft. And when I said not as athletic, I mean, there was a clip of him like dunking. He's 6'6", and he was dunking, and he got like 2 meters off the ground. Oh, 2 meters off the ground, that'd be insane. He got like maybe like 5 centimeters off the ground, and I think people overreact, and they think he doesn't do like other things, and he can't really beat his man off the dribble. I think these are like, nitpicky stuff, but I understand that that's part of the job. Also, if you hear that creaking, that's me leaning on my desk, so just don't judge. Like, he can't beat his man, and he's very like, these are all nitpicky stuff. I understand that comes with the job, but just absolutely flown up draft boards. And I think you get a guy with size and shooting, and put him in Will Hardy's system. That's a recipe for success for me, and I think they leave happy with Keaton Wagler. I don't know. Again, the Atlanta Hawks via New Orleans, the stupidest trade in the history of all trades. I think I take Kingston Fleming here. He's still my PG1. Acuff is making it so hard for me, but I don't think I'd take Acuff above Michael Brown and Kingston Flemings, especially for this team. I kind of like the thought of a Kingston Flemings. Let's look at what people are saying. 16, 5, and 4. He's got a great tight handle, good dribble, good pick and roll operator. He's got a good shot. I don't think he takes a lot. Flemings. I don't think he takes a lot from memory. Yeah, he doesn't take. How many is this? Takes about 3 a game at 38%. So not the highest volume, but takes about 10 2-pointers a game, and is a good free throw shooter. Takes about 4 free throws a game, and he makes 3 of them. That's really good. Kingston Flemings at 5. I like the thought of Kingston Flemings. I don't think they go a Michael Brown. I think they go Kingston Flemings. Yeah, I'm happy with that pick. The Dallas Mavericks now, basically in all my mocks, I have the same guy for the Mavericks, and I don't think it's going to change here. And I know I literally about 42 seconds ago said I don't know if I take Darius Acuff over. Hold on, let me have a look down here. I don't think I take Braden Burries. I understand the hype of Braden Burries. I don't think I take him over Acuff. Just the thought of Acuff and Cooper Flagg is like, it's disgusting. Like, it makes me so excited. I'm gonna take Acuff. Probably the best player in the entire country right now. I'm saying country like it's my country, but the entire NCAA. What else to say? This guy just had I think a 28 and 13, but unless I'm just bad with my times, he literally just had a 28 and 13 game, I think. Yep, 28, 13. 13 assists to 3 turnovers. He's probably the best playmaker in this draft, I'd say. I'm trying to think. Yeah, 6.4 assists. Easily the best playmaker in this draft. Great pick and roll operator. I know there were a lot of 3-point concerns with him, or height concerns. This is just a bunch of, I think, BS to me. He's taking 6 3-pointers and he's shooting them at 44%. Basically 44%, 43%, whatever you want to call it. Like, that is insane. He's taking, This guy, like, I made a post on Twitter probably a couple days ago, probably just right after this performance here, and I was like, this guy's becoming like kind of undeniable as PG1, because every time, like, I know we have a lot of discussion about this top 3, but that next couple of picks, that kind of group of guards, like the Brown, the Acuff, Phylon, Wagler, Flemings, that kind of hubble of guards, it's harder because then you get to like it's the mix between team needs and talents, and that's always a fun little kind of debacle to go through, I guess. I like Acuff. I've always liked I think in every single mock draft I have Acuff to the Mavericks. The Grizzlies, I think the easiest pick of the draft here, you take Michael Brown. This guy's probably, I think, has the potential to be definitely not the best player in the draft, because Cameron Boozer's, I think, going to be the best player in this draft. Don't tell anyone though, because, you know, people don't like him. I think easily has the potential to be the best scorer in this draft. Like, when you watch him play, he's like, I don't know if this is kind of crazy, but when I watch him play, it reminds me of, this is going to be the most insane shout. I'm willing to get flamed for this because, you know, this is kind of crazy. But AJ Johnson, but like a much more controlled, skilled AJ Johnson, like a much better AJ Johnson, but the way he plays, like the freedom and the kind of, I don't know, kind of reminds me of AJ Johnson. Easily probably the best shooter in this draft. I know it's not, he's kind of had the highest highs and the lowest lows. He's kind of the biggest kind of discrepancy between performances, if you see what I mean. He takes about 8 a game at 35%. And he's leading a Louisville team that is, what are they in the they're 2-3 in the last game. They're probably going to be in March Madness, I think. I should have probably said this at the start of this video. I don't like sit there and watch college games. I'm more of an NBA guy, but I thought it'd be a fun video to do as my first video, because it's quick, it's easy. It's not quick and easy. I like to get in depth with it, but it's kind of trying to flex my draft muscle a little bit. It's just because I'm trying to get into it. It's been a lot of fun, but I think there'll be a March Madness, and I think easily the best shooter in this draft. You take him. Ja Morant is not on the team next season. They try to trade him. I don't know where Ja Morant's going. That's another discussion for another video for another time. Let me know in the comments if you want that. Michael Brown. This is what I did last time. I kept trying to think of things to talk about, and what's it called? The video ended up going for an hour, and then the audio sucked, so I had to just scrap it all. This is a hard one for me. They have 422 guards. Do I want them taking another guard? I don't think Anthony Simons is a bull next year. I think Colin Sexton might be. I don't think Jaden Ivey is. I think Rob Dillingham I think he's definitely on contract, but I think he's definitely staying. So you could take like a Braden Burries. I don't know. I keep bouncing between I'm high on Braden Burries and I'm not high on Braden Burries. Do I want to go like, let's just say F it and let's go like, okay, I don't know. F it, let's go Dalen Swain. I've seen people have Dalen Swain at 6. I think that is disgusting, and I think that is outrageous if you have Dalen Swain at 6. Great player, but like, I don't know. I think if Phylon's here, you could probably take him. He's definitely probably the most, I think, steady guard in this. He's definitely one of the most steady guards in this draft. I don't want to say steady because there's a man called Christian Anderson who's could be honestly in play here, but I think they have Gideon. I don't think they want. So you know what? We're gonna go. I don't know if I want to go I think I want to go more of a surefire guy. I was thinking Jaden Quaintance. I'm trying to talk you guys through like my mindset with this, because I think if Jaden Quaintance, who came into this year as a potential, who shows you like potentially top 5 pick level skill, is a very traditional center, do you take a swing on a guy who's had a lot of injury issues in Jaden Quaintance, who probably isn't going to play the rest of the season, because I don't think Kentucky's a good team, or do you go a guy like Nate Ament, who has probably the most upside in the draft, maybe, arguably, is just continues to get better. Very tall and lanky, not lanky, but like tall, and he's building muscle, and like a Buzelis, a Ment wing duo. Does that move me? And they could go big if they have like. I think I'm gonna go Nader Ment here. Hold on, let me check this because these rankings are very outdated. So I think we're gonna go Nader Ment here. Nader Ment to the Bulls at, this is the 9th pick. Now this is a pick where in this world I'm gonna pretend that Giannis is staying. In the last mock I did, the Bucks jumped up to like 4. No, they jumped up to like 6, and it was like a weird situation where I was like, you know, these guys are probably going to need time. I don't remember who I took because I don't have the screenshot. I forgot to take a screenshot of it. I was actually going to start the video with it, trying to explain like what I did. But I could see the Bucks going someone like, I don't think they go Steinbeck. I've had Lendenborg to the Bucks for a really long time. I could see them going Mullins. He's another shooter that you could put next to Giannis. He's better defensively than AJ Green. I think I was watching a mock draft video yesterday of Matt from Six Rings of Steel. I think he did Mullins to Milwaukee. So we'll go a little different from him. I'm gonna go Lendenborg here. Berg, whatever you want to call it. And I think he's just gonna like go into the NBA, and I don't think there's any growth or change to happen. And I think the Bucks just need a guy. He's 6'9". He defends every position. He plays with it aggressively. He's the only kind of gripe with him, if that's a actual real word, is that he's not a great shooter. Had a couple good shooting performances in here, but he is getting better, which is the only thing, is that he's taking a lot of them this year. He's taking about 4.5. He's making about 1.5, which is pretty good. Whereas last season he took 2 and made about 1. I'm saying about 1, but he's making 0.7. Great rebounder, great defender, great kind of just like, what's the saying? Master of all, no, good at all, master of none, something like that. And I think if the Bucks are genuinely serious about winning, they need a guy who, the Bucks have shooting is kind of the thing. I mean, I know there's like, you can never get enough shooting around guys like Giannis, LeBron, like these kind of archetypes, these athletic forwards who aren't the best at shooting the ball. But I think they need a guy who's going to defend. They have an AJ Green, they have the revelation in Ousmane Dieng, I doubt they get Cam Thomas next season, but they have shooting. I think they need someone who's going to defend and be gritty and grab rebounds. And I think a guy who I talked to on Twitter was actually the first one who kind of brought this up to me, this mock, and I was like, I really like it. So we're going to go with that. The Blazers, I usually have Braylon Mullins to the Blazers just because I think they can use more shooting. I think I'm going to go Braden Burries here. I was talking to someone as well. They said they need a center, and I was like, you have like, they're like, yeah, we really need like center play, man. And I was like, I think I commented like, what? Like, you have Robert Williams, who's probably the most underrated big in the entire league right now. Then you have Donovan Klinging, who's arguably about to turn into who might already be a top 10 maybe center in the world right now. Why would you need center play? And he was like, oh, he started making it. I was like, oh, I don't really. So I could see them going like Hans Steinbeck, who's, you know, I don't think he's going to develop an outside game. He's one of those guys who's just been so Steinbeck. He's one of these guys who's been so good. He's got magnet hands. He averages 12 rebounds, 33% from 3, but again, he shoots about 1.5 a game. Free throw percentage is good, so I'm not saying he can't extend it out. I don't think he will. But I think I'm going to go Berries. I like him. He's just so, like, he's so good, man. I know I said I wasn't living up to the hype, but like he's such a good connective too. Like, he's on the best team, and he's basically become the best player on the best team. He shoots 37% from 3. He takes about 4 a game. Like, I think he'll be able to just fit another guy who's, I feel like there's so many of these guys who can just fit seamlessly into a game, into a team, sorry. And I think Braden Burrows goes here. Goes 11, and I really like that pick, actually. Now that I think, I know I was kind of convincing myself on Steinbeck, but I'm definitely gonna go. This is where I think they go Steinbeck. The rich can probably get richer here by taking Quaintance, and I think they keep Hartenstein. I think they lose Dort, so you could go maybe a Pete. In a couple of my earlier mocks, I had Pete. I think they're going to go Quaintance. There's injury concern. I think you swing on upside. You don't really have like a need to hit on this pick. You know, it's not like, oh, we've already picked it. So you don't have a need to hit on this pick. So it's not like desperation. Like, this is like to change a franchise. You get Quaintance. He could probably sit for the year and play like spot minutes, injury time minutes. You got Thomas Sorba still. I don't know how much you love Brandon Carlson. You obviously play Chet at the 5. Next pick. So in my last mock, I had them at their 20th and their, I think, around like 13th pick. I think it might actually be the 13th pick. They might have a way higher pick by the end of this year, so obviously this could change. And I had them taking Phylon and Sturts, and someone commented like, Hornets taking 2 guards doesn't make any sense, which it doesn't make any sense, obviously. But I think the Hornet, obviously I'm not an AI, so I can't just scan all these guys' films and pick the best player like they do. But I think they just go best player. I think they go good basketball players, and I think if LeBaron Phylon is there at 13, I think you just go LeBaron Phylon, and I wouldn't say figure it out later, because they don't really have, like, their backup point guards was what? Kobe White, Trey Mann. Can you keep Kobe White? Probably. Kobe White and LeBaron Phylon are both 6'4". They can probably play in a backup backcourt together. So, and Trey Mann has not been good this season. So I say they go LeBaron Phylon at 13. Let's go to the next one. The Spurs select Chris Sanak. Could be fun next to Wemby. That's a tall front court. Chris Sanak's weird. Sorry, that's just dissed him. He's like a weird build. I've done a couple Thomas Haugs to Haug to Spurs, because I think they could use another. I know Carter Bryant's there, but like get another like good athletic like high motor wing. Like that's who can probably have a jump shot. Again, he's probably another developmental jump. I think he shoots about 34%. I'm actually gonna guess this. It's 34.8, just so I can like flex my ball knowledge muscles a little bit. 33.8. I'm just an absolutely disgusting loser. I'm gonna go Hartenstein back here. Literally magnet hands. That's all I'm gonna say. We've already spoken about him. Magnet hands next to Wemby. Magnet hands. Luke Cornett regen. Obviously he's not. I'm just trolling. Another. I know I've mentioned my last mock draft a lot. I've kind of fallen in love with this mock. You know when you do that, when you've mocked a player to a certain team for so long that you kind of fall in love with the idea and you kind of don't really want to change it. And I think even though Braylon Mullins is here and Cole Pete is here, I want them to get someone tall that can defend the rim. And there's no one on the roster who's tall and that can defend the rim except maybe Al Horford. But do I want 49-year-old Al Horford to defend the rim next season when I'm trying to win with Steph? No, I'm gonna go get Chris Sanak Jr. I'm not joking. In every single draft I do, I mock Chris Sanak. I know it says 32.3% from 3, but this guy can shoot. Just a weird like archetype of. I know I said weird build. That's just me dissing him. But like a weird archetype of build. I like it though. There's definitely a shot there. It's going to take a little bit. He's one of the best defenders in the entire country. I haven't watched a lot of Houston games, so don't get me caught up, but that's just what I've heard from the grapevine, aka Twitter clips. So maybe I need to lock in, but I'm just going to do it because I love it and I've loved it the whole time. We're gonna start rapid firing here because I think I've been doing this for 30 minutes and that's a long time. They took Michael Brown. They've got great Michael Brown, and you got Jalen Wells, Cedric Coward, Gigi Jackson. You've got fun, like a really, really fun thing. Let's get more athletic and let's get more fun. Let's go get Cole Pete. Get him off the board. Great defender. This jump shot I've said is a bit, I think they need to completely rework his kind of hitch. I've said he kind of puts his arms out and just shoots and like pushes. I know it sounds like I'm explaining how to shoot a jump shot for 4-year-olds, but like if you go watch it, it's a little bit weird. Let's just go get more athletic and more fun and more defensive, grindy guys. Like, why not? Miami Heat. Part of me wants to take. I think. Oh, this is so interesting because like the Miami Heat are just in nowhere, and they could I go Christian Anderson here? We're gonna go Braylon Mullins. Let's go get them some shooters. Good defender. What can you more can you ask for? I think he's shooting about 44.5%. Mullins. Now Braylon Mullins could have gone as high as the Bucks, 38%. So again, I'm just a loser. 6.5 attempts, best shooter in the country, good defender, good enough instincts where you're like, we don't have to hide this guy, and that's all you can ask for from a guy who's going to be probably, I think, him and Peterson and maybe Michael Brown are probably the best shooters in this draft. And actually, I have to say, Acuff, the Thunder have another pick to everyone's just delight. And you know what? I'm going to go Thomas Hauck here. High athletic, high motor wing, good at crashing the basket. He's getting better as a scoring option, which is good for his development. The Raptors, usually I have them taking Ngongba. Part of me wants to take Yesufu, but I just don't like how they do these 6'4" guards. Jacoby Walter, they've tried to just force him into being a 3-and-D. I don't know if I like it. Grady Dick, they've got these guys who can shoot. I think you go get Cameron Carr, who's probably the most athletic player in this draft. Let me think. He dunks everything. He's a great shooter, which is just the great mix of the two. Go get like a high athletic 2 guard next to who can also shoot and also play good defense. Like, that's a recipe for success, especially with you've got your wings in Barnes and what's the guy's name? Ingram. Wow, holy. Reminder, 11 midnight. I'm filming this at midnight. The 20th pick, Charlotte Hornets next. So you see what I mean? Like, Bennett Sturtz is available at the same pick. They love guys who can. I just bashed my mic. Sorry. They love guys who are good at basketball. I could see them taking Dalen. Ooh, have I just convinced myself that they take Swain? You know what? I'm going to switch it up. We're going to go different here. I've done kind of the same. We're going to go Dalen Swain here with pick 20. And I feel absolutely amazing about it. He's probably one of the best players in the country right now as well. He's kind of come in. When I first started looking at him, I was like, for the Lakers, I was like, wow, this guy could be really good. He's about 6'8". I don't know if she says 6'8", 220. I thought he could be like a great 3-and-D guy. Obviously, I don't like pigeonholing players straight away into just being 3-and-D. But like in isolation, I think he's literally one of the best in the entire country right now. He's like scoring an insane points per possession. I saw some stat. I'll try and maybe flick it up on screen if I can find it. Easy pick there. Like, you take the athletic guy. This is probably my favorite mock. The guy who's you can see I got close to the mic there because I'm really passionate about this. Morez Johnson Jr. It's with the Lakers. They need like whatever they can get. I think you take a guy like Morez Johnson or you take a guy like Krivas. They do need a center. Watch Jackson Hayes apps not, I wouldn't say match up with Jokic, but like he was frying them boys out there. Jackson Hayes, like it was pretty crazy. You could go Mara. I love the shout for Mara because this is a hard one. I think I'm gonna go Morez Johnson Jr. He's definitely gonna end up. I think he ends up going much higher than this. I don't know if there's a jump shot there. Let's go have a look. This is one of my guys that I think this is definitely. I put my stamp on it. Where I was like, this is one of my guys where I'm like, Morez Johnson. There we go. I've put my stamp on him. He's shooting 43% from 3. What? I just turned into an ASMR channel because of that. Because I did not realize it's on absolutely disgustingly low attempts. I think there is a jump shot there. I think it's going to take a lot of time. The Lakers don't tend to give players time. The last player they gave time to was Max Christie, and he was in the breakout year, and he got shipped for Luka. So a good remember what I said, good free throw percent shooter. That's a good indicator. I think he would just be able to fit right in the Lakers if they can give him the opportunity. I like big wings next to Luka who can do a lot. We saw it worked in Dallas. Could he be like a no? Okay, I didn't want to talk about him anyways. Could he be like their version, maybe a broke man's version of a PJ Washington, or like a smaller I think it just said on there, like a smaller Jalen Smith, and I kind of see it. But I think he's way better defensively than I think Jalen Smith will ever. And he can guard a lot more positions than Jalen Smith can. Yeah, easy pick there. Probably my favorite duo. I know I talked about how I have duos. Christian Anderson to the Nuggets would be disgusting. I would be seething at my teeth if this happened, because this guy is probably the best player in the entire. I know I've said that about 3 players. This is the one I'm most confident about. This is easily the best player in the entire country. Shout out to Christian from Numbers on the Board, because he was I remember one of the first. I followed him, and like a day later he posted a story about Christian Anderson, and I was like, okay, you know, like I would like put that in the brain and kind of remember it. And then every game, like, it's like Christian Anderson, the best point guard in the country, and it's like, you know what, like he I think he goes much higher than 22, but I think if the Nuggets got him, I'd be absolutely disgusted. I'd be vomiting, because I just don't want the Nuggets to get another good player, but they get him here, and I love it for them, because, you know, I'm biased here, but, you know, they just absolutely dog-walked us. The Nuggets are back again. They took Kingston Flemings with the first pick. I could see them taking, I think they take Patrick Ngomba. I think they need a center prospect. He's got a good touch. He's kind of a weird center. He's one of those Duke centers where they kind of have like a jump shot where they try to show off a jump shot, and they take a lot of threes just to, like, maybe not take a lot, but like they shoot threes just to show that they can shoot threes, like Kamal Maliwak did last. I remember there's always a thing, like Zach Edey was shooting threes at the combine, and then he comes into the draft and it's like, yeah, he's not gonna ever shoot a 3 in a game. But shot 72% on low, like barely got any time, but he played a lot of games. He's shooting 60% from the field. He's more of a like athletic rim running center. I could see him for the Lakers. I think they just need. They've got Onyeka Okongwu's become like such an insane 3-point shooter in the past like week and a half. Go get a guy who's like more traditional, more developmental, got a good touch around the rim, can finish a lot of stuff. Ngongwa to the Hawks. We're gonna replace some shooting that they lost with Jared McCain, and we're going to replace an absolute boatload of athleticism, and we're going to go Tunde Yesufu here. I had Yesufu, I think, about 29 in my last mock that I did, and I regret it, because I think, like, athletically he's one of the best players. There's an Anthony Edwards comp there, and you can kind of see it in the way he plays. I don't think he's going to be Anthony Edwards, but you can see it. And I think if you can see in a play, like physically he's a grown man. Like this is not like a like he's got probably an NBA ready body. And I could see Philly like to play young guys. They've got Justin Edwards. They lost Jared McCain. Go get a more athletic 2 guard who has shown some promise shooting. It's a bit streaky, but I like it a lot. Get more athletic, you know what I mean? I think this is probably the easiest pick I think I've ever had to do. A couple mocks ago, I used to have Joshua Jefferson, Dame Sarr could be good here. Maybe Flory Badunga if you want to get even more center play. But like they need shooting. Do I go Bennett Sturts? I don't think Bennett Sturts falls to what's this 25. I don't think he falls down this far. I think they take him here. They got Denise Jenkins. They get Bennett Sturts. He's again one of the best shooters. Super high volume. He's carrying this team like insanely right now. Denise Jenkins and Bennett Sturts is not a bad backup backcourt, especially like reliability wise. That's a good guy to have on your team. The Knicks, I'm going to be absolutely livid here. I'm going to have them take Mateus Krivas here. Mateus Krivas has he's probably the best rim defender in this draft, maybe outside of Cam Boozer. His block rate is insane. I don't remember what it is. Again, if I don't remember statistics and I'm not as tapped in as you'd like, let me know in the comments below, because I'm still new to this stuff. So we're still going calm and strong. Like, let's just give me a bit of grace, you know what I mean? Especially since I'm focusing more on the NBA, you know. A big center. I feel like I have just this sneaky feeling that they're gonna lose Mitchell Robinson. They have something amazing in Diawara, who's developing a jump shot and has been, I think I said it in one of my like post-game thoughts type of things I do usually at the end of the day over on Twitter at NBAGeneralist or Leo NBA. He's been a defensive like revelation, and he's developing a jump shot. So they've shown that they do want to develop their young guys and they want to like empower them. So let's go get a guy. I feel like his game won't change to the next level. He's just got to keep doing what he's doing, and I think he will succeed. And like, you could put him next to Cat. He's just so super versatile, super easy. You move on. The Boston Celtics, I'm gonna have him take. Oh, do I want like an Alan Graves? I don't know if Alan Graves is even in here. Let me check. Alan Graves would probably be a good shout here. Could they go? Do I have Karim Lopez fading out of the first round? They just took Hugo Gonzalez. They could take an offensive swing guy. They could take Amari Allen, who's fun. They could take a Daymara, who's even more fun. I think they take a Daymara, to my dismay, because I love a Daymara, and he's definitely one of the most interesting prospects because he's so good defensively. He's also great. He's got great feel around the rim. He's also got a great passing touch. Again, it's one of those guys. This is a team I don't like, and they get a good player, and it's just annoying. But we're non-biased here. So Boston Celtics, I think they easily take Mara, and they've got a really good, nice little like backup, like these young, I wouldn't say role players that can come through, and that's exciting if you're a Boston Celtics. And Tatum came back today. Shout out. 28th pick. Let me check if there's anyone I'm missing. These updated things they're not updated, kind of annoy me, so I don't want to miss anyone. Okay, we're not missing anyone. I think I'm gonna take Amari Allen here. Amari Allen. We're just gonna spit through these because I think I went it for an hour again. Timberwolves, I'm gonna have them take Karim Lopez off the board because, you know, I think it's just time. And the Mavericks, they're gonna go small point guard again. They've got, do I have Tyler Tanner fading out my first round? I think I do. You know what? They're gonna go traditional center. They're gonna go Flory Badunga, and we're gonna leave it at that. So it feels like I think this genuinely might be an hour long. If this is an hour long, I'm gonna be furious. Because I try to make it quick. We're gonna go Cam Boozer at 1, Darren Peterson, DeBanza, Wilson, Wagler, Flemings, Akaf, Brown, Ament, Lindenberg, Burries, Quaitons, Phylon, Steinbeck, Sanak, Colpe, Mullins, Howe, Cameron Carr, Dalen Swain, Morez Johnson, Christian Anderson, Ngongba, Yesufu, Bennett Sturts, Krivas, Daymara, Amari Allen, Karim Lopez, and then we have Flory Badunga to round out my mock draft. I think this will be my first official one on the channel. I've done a couple. Go check me out on all socials. I'll flash them up on the screen now. I'm hoping and praying this is an hour. I don't know how long it is, but we're gonna find out when I edit this. But thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. I'm just here to talk basketball, man. I love it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully. And peace.